Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Type 3 conditional class. As long as I know, many English learners are kind of confused with the difference between type 2 conditional class and type 3 conditional class. In this video, I'm going to explain type 3 conditional class, and I will also explain the difference between type 2 and type 3 conditional classes. So after watching this video, inshallah, you won't have any confusion with type 2 and type 3 conditional classes. Okay? So now, these two examples are not according to type 3 conditional classes. They are according to type 2 conditional classes. Okay, and these two examples are according to type 3 conditional classes. And the reason I have written these four examples is because I want to show you the difference between type 2 and type 3 conditional classes. Okay, so you may also call type 3 conditional class unfulfilled conditional class. Another name for this type of conditional class is unfulfilled conditional class. Okay. So before I talk about the difference between these two conditional classes, let me just explain type 3 conditional class quickly. Look, if he had studied hard the night before, he would have passed the exam yesterday. If he had had enough money yesterday, he would have bought that car. Sorry, instead of bought, I have written passed. Okay, he would have bought that car. First of all, of course, the sentence is divided into two parts. So, if class, which is conditional class, and it is a subordinate class or it is a dependent class, which cannot stand alone as a complete sentence. And then the other class, which starts with the subject, and that can stand alone as a simple sentence in some cases. So now, look. In if class, we need past perfect tense. So according to the structures, in type 2 conditional class, we need simple past tense in if class, but in type 3 conditional class, we need past perfect tense. Subject plus had, helping verb, then main verb, third form. So that is one difference, right? In next class, in main class, in type 2 conditional class, we need would plus verb base form, but in type 3, we need perfective model, which means would have plus past participle, verb third form. Okay? You got it? Okay, so in spoken English, they may say woulda or would have, woulda or would have, right? But would have plus past participle. So that's the difference. Now, when it comes to concept, when we talk about a present unreal situation, present unreal condition, we use type 2. And when we talk about a past unreal condition, we use type 3. You got it? Now look at these examples and pay close attention to see the difference. If he studied hard, he would pass the exam. Let's say today he took an exam, and now the idea is that if he studied hard last night, he would pass the exam now, at present time. So we talk about something that is not true at present time. So it's, of course, something unreal, right? Something imaginary. Understood? And here we say if he had studied hard the night before, he would have passed the exam. Okay, if he'd studied hard, or if he had studied hard the night before, he would have passed the exam yesterday. So we talk about a past unreal condition, a past unreal situation, not present. So that's why we also call it unfulfilled conditional class, something that was not that was not fulfilled in the past. Okay, something that was not done in the past. So now, something that cannot be true at present time, type 2. Something that could not be true in the past, okay, type 3. In many languages, only, type 2 is used for both purposes. But here in English, if we talk about present unreal situation, we use type 2. If we talk about a past unreal situation, we use type 3, okay? So now look at this example. If he had enough money now, right now, he would buy that car. There's a car, okay? And if he had enough money right now because he liked it, Okay? Or he likes it, the car, but he doesn't have enough money right now. If he had enough money now, we use simple past tense to talk about present unreal situation. Okay? He would buy that car. So we talk about something at present time, which is not true at present time, right? But here the idea is different. If he had had in the short form, if he'd had, if he had had, if he'd had. In spoken English, native speakers usually use short forms, okay? Instead of saying if he had had, if he'd had. If he'd had enough money yesterday, he would have bought that car. Instead of he would have bought that car in spoken English, you may say it as he would have bought that car or he would have bought that car, okay? So he would have bought that car. According to this, the conditional class type 3 over here, we talk about a past unreal situation. We don't talk about something that is not true at present time. We talk about something that was not real, that was not true in the past. So that is the big difference between type 2 conditional class and type 3 conditional class. Okay? So when it comes to structure, in type 2, you use simple past tense. In type 3, you use past perfect tense. In type 2, you use would plus verb base form. In type 3, you use would have plus past participle or verb third form. Okay? When you use type 2 conditional class, you talk about present unreal situation or present unreal condition. When you use type 3, you talk about a past unreal situation or unreal condition or something that was not true in the past or something that was not fulfilled in the past. I hope the idea is clear now. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you know all the differences between type 2 and type 3 conditional clauses now? Yes. You do?
Yes.
So can we make a few examples before we call it a day? Yep.
If I had had more money, I would have gone to Europe.
Yeah, if I'd had more money, I would have gone to Europe.
If I had written a book, I would have become famous around again.
Yes, if I had written a book, I would have become famous around. Okay. Or you can say if I had been a strong English teacher, if I had been a strong English teacher, I would have made a YouTube channel like Teacher Rahimi, like our teacher, right? Yes. Come on. Come on. Hmm?
If I had earned a high score in my
If I had gotten a high score on my final exam,
I would become a teacher.
I would have
become a teacher.
I would have become a teacher, or I would have gotten the first position in my class, or something like that, right? Yes. If American troops hadn't come to Afghanistan, Taliban wouldn't have lost Islamic Emirate, right? Hmm?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Come on.
If he had learned English, he would have worked with NATO.
Yeah. If he had learned English, he would have worked with NATO. Yep.
If I had went to
If I had gone to.
if I had gone to China, I would have bought a lot of mobile.
Yeah, if I had gone to China, I would have bought a lot of cheap things there, right? Because everything in China is cheap, right?
If I had step 4 books,
If I'd had step 4 book,
I would prepare myself for step 4.
yeah, I would have prepared myself for step 4. Yep, yep.
If I had won a million, I would have bought a house.
Yeah, or if I'd won a lottery, I would have bought a house. In spoken English, native speakers usually use the short forms, okay? If I'd had a lot of money, I would have bought a house, see? Instead of if I had had a lot of money, I would have bought a new house. They say it, in an easy way, right? If I'd won a lottery, I would have bought a house. If I'd had a lot of money, I would have bought a house. I would have. Okay. Yeah, I think this much is enough. Have a great time and see you later. Bye-bye.